we have Fireboy DML with a brand new single this year. Fireboy DML, interesting 2023 in review. I think he has crafted good enough records. He has been experimenting, obviously coming off of the Peru high of 2022. When was that? Yeah, of 2022, right? Yes, the Peru high of 2022. I mean, the high was in 2021, but the remix high was early 2022. Basically, yes, global record, went on tour, and then yes, it was a huge moment. And obviously, falling back since then has been, I guess, been of an uphill battle to connect and have a moment since then. He has definitely had some fun records. Again, I've enjoyed Fireboy this year, but a lot of people would definitely, like, I mean, there's standards to where he operates that he's not necessarily hitting, and I guess that's the narrative around him has been, like, it makes it feel like as if there's a perception of failure in this year, which I think it's kind of unfair to him. I really think it's kind of fair to him. I think the material has been fun. A record like Yawa it's a very phenomenal record. In an ideal situation, that's a hit song. That's a hit song in every sense of the word. But I don't know, perception is not just towards him right now. We don't want to speculate the reasons why. I mean, there's speculations around, like, what exactly has not. His branding has been somewhat, or at least his presence has been somewhat weak this year in terms of, like, putting himself out there, in terms of being newsworthy, in terms of actually having enough statements to claim and break through the noise. So his superstar punch didn't necessarily feel as strong this year so far. But then again, man, I'm excited to tap into his new material. This time around, it feels like there's a lot of focus given into the single, which I was happy to see. But I hope this one is one of those ones that works for him. From the snippet, actually, this reminded me earlier, like, it leaned towards his laughter, tears, and goosebumps kind of atmosphere. It seems like he is reverting back after having his run of features and experimenting with the last single. The single before Yawa, I think. The single before Yawa. Someone. The European house record. But anyway, man, looks like he's coming back home. Trying to connect something to his comfort level. We also saw that with Tenny too, when she kind of came back to her Your pockets with the new song Malaika. Anyway, let's hear this one. Oh my, Fireboy DML, let's go.
Anything for my baby, shining bling bling for my baby. Make you no disturb my baby, make you no the pajaloba for my baby. You are my body, you are my soul.
The chords have to be there.
You are my all, you are my comfort, you are my home. Oh my. Baby Jalo Shiri, London, Paris, Germany, baby.
Wait, was that a hook? That felt like it was building up to something, and then it kind of went back. I'm trying to get a good feel of the structure of the song. So far so good. Like, it's decent record, but it hasn't necessarily kicked in yet. I don't think the song has really amplified into where it's supposed to be. But I think that was the pre-chorus or the chorus. That would be an interesting chorus if that was it.
For my baby.
Come on.
Mercedes for my baby. I go pay the bills, no beke. Anything. I mean, I just see you with my eyes closed. Oh my.
We've gotten the chorus twice now. It's not having that normal gravity of a Fireboy hook. Usually a Fireboy hook is one, it's clear. It's distinct in the arrangement where the hook is, and it makes it easier for the listener to, like, gravitate to it, and you're leaning into it. But so far on this record, I've not necessarily gotten that feeling here on this one, and it's just like it's not as sing-alongable. It just feels like it just doesn't feel like a very cooked up effort from him so far. It just feels very wordy as well, and it's not as neat. And I was expecting the chords to kind of really pull the emotional strings into the song, but I'm not getting that feeling from it. But anyway, let's finish it up. Let's see if we have 1:33 left. Let's see if we're coming back to something.
I am not one day. that I go sing you song one day. Gonna walk you down the aisle one day when you say my name. See, I know feel love you on my own. I mean, I did see you with my eyes closed. Oh my, oh my.
I thought we were about to get into something else towards the end. But yeah, man, that was Oh My by Fireboy DML. To be honest, not really an eventful moment. To be honest, not really an eventful like punch or feeling from a Fireboy record. It's obviously making efforts to be a very, very romantic song. I just know delivery wise, he has definitely been a lot more passionate on the song. I think that's, and maybe it's the structure of the hook. The hook doesn't beg for passion, and I don't even think we even got that towards like the last couple runs of the hook. Usually the parts where the R&B guys get into the rain and they basically pour their heart out in terms of like ad-libbing or adding to the chorus. It felt like the song needed something like that, of that energy. And obviously, again, you're comparing it to a modern classic of a LTG performance, right? So it's like, it becomes very like, where is that like element of ingenuity in terms of how he is putting down his R&B and his romantic love songs? I definitely don't get that, like, you know what I mean, that heart thumping, like, you know what I mean, that R&B and like romantic feels. It's not here. It's not in the production. I don't know who produced this, but the production didn't amount for much on this. Very, very minimalist, and yeah, it was P Prime. Interesting. Not much on that one. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that was kind of underwhelming for Fireboy record. And again, like, he's having not the best year, okay? And the perception is quite unfair to him, because I think he has put in a lot of work. He has been dropping good features, very good features. I've enjoyed a lot of his features, from the one with Odumodublvck, the Fire Gun one. Everyone was even coming around to the Shallipopi one, but still not the most brilliant one, even though it was kind of cheesy. But he has had good showings this year that I thought were fun. The Friday one, yes, the Friday one happened on the album. But then again, these are all loose, like not necessarily front and center type of songs, right? These are not focus tracks. This is like probably his third focus track this year, right? And yeah, it is what it is. But then again, man, I think he's still a very, very talented artist. We're just hoping for him to connect and get something this year. He's on the Jon Batiste album too, which, by the way, a lot of people think he got nominated too, but he's not. We don't want to get into that. But anyway, that was Oh My by Fireboy DML. What is Street saying? What is everyone saying? Okay. The Jaido P one, the Odumodu one. The Jaido P one, from his standpoint, a fire record, bro. A fire record. The Jaido P one, from his standpoint. Keyword, his standpoint. But yeah, man, and it's just glad because there's a narrative that is floating around the air, and people will definitely find things to help connect to that narrative. And that's why I feel like he has been done a disservice by having a streak of not so strong moments. Then it now becomes that almost anything he does after the streak of not so good moments now becomes compared into that moment, right? So whatever it is, I think Fireboy is in good hands. I think he's talented enough to be able to strike another one at some point. So yeah, man, we'll be here when Fireboy is winning for sure.